Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Welcome to Breaking News, where we bring you to the latest stories that matter most. I'm Alif Akram bin Alias, and today we are highlighting two important global issues that are closely connected to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs. Our top story today is focused on SDG 4, quality education, and SDG 13 is climate action. Education shapes the future of individuals and society, while climate action is essential to protect our planet for future generations. Although this issue may seem different, both require cooperation, innovation, and long-term commitment. We begin with education, where experts are questioning whether universities are truly preparing students for today's rapidly changing world. For more on this story, let's go to our education news presenter is Shura.
Thank you, Akram. Today's educational headline asks a very important question. How can we improve the quality of higher education? According to an article published by the Hans India, many universities still rely heavily on traditional classroom teaching and examination-based learning. Students spend a great deal of time memorizing facts and preparing for exams. While examinations are important, experts argue that education should go beyond grades. Universities should also help students develop practical skills, creativity, communication skills, leadership, teamwork, and critical thinking. These are the qualities that employers are looking for in today's competitive job market. Unfortunately, many graduates are still entering the workforce without enough practical experience. To avoid this issue better, let's go live to our educational field reporter, Ilmona.
Thank you, Shu. I'm reporting on one of the biggest concerns facing higher education today. The article explains that many graduates struggle to secure employment because they do not have enough practical knowledge or problem-solving abilities. One reason is that many universities still place too much emphasis on examinations rather than hands-on learning. Experts suggest that students should participate in internships, practical training, research activities, group discussions, and real-world projects so they can apply what they learn in the classroom. Another issue highlighted in the article is the declining reading culture among students. Many students rely only on lecture notes instead of reading textbooks, journals, or other learning materials. So as a result, they may have limited knowledge beyond what is taught in class. The article also encourages universities to improve teaching methods by making better use of digital learning materials and technology. However, technology should support learning rather than replace students' own effort. Students are encouraged to become independent learners who continue learning throughout their lives. So, back to you, Shu.
Thank you, Mona. The message from education expert is clear. The quality education is not simply about passing examination or obtaining a university degree. Instead, it is about preparing students with the knowledge, practical skills, creativity, confidence, and critical thinking needed to be success in the real world. These improvements are closely connected to the SDG 4, which aims to inclusive, equitable, and quality education while promoting lifelong learning opportunity for everyone. Now back to our main studio.
Thank you for Shura and Muna for education. Education is one of the strongest foundation for sustainable development because knowledgeable and skilled individuals are better equipped to solve global challenges. Speaking of global challenges, our next story focuses on one of the greatest issues facing humanity today, that's climate change. Let's now head over to our climate news presenter is Denisha.
Thank you, Akam. Climate change continues to affect millions of people around the world. According to an article published by the Sunday Gleaner, no country is safe from the impacts of climate change. Around the world, communities are experiencing a rising temperatures, severe droughts, destructive floods, stronger tropical cyclones, and devastating wildfire. These disasters not only damage homes and infrastructures but also threaten biodiversity, food security, public health, and economic development. Expert emphasizes that climate change is a global challenge that requires immediate action from every nation. For more details, let's go live to our climate field reporter Sana.
Thank you to Dinisha. The article explained that international cooperation is one of the most important solutions in addressing climate change. During international climate conferences such as COP26, world leaders discuss strategies to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and limit global warming. The report also highlights the importance of developed countries supporting developing nations by sharing green technology, financial assistance, and technical expertise. Such cooperation allows countries to strengthen their ability to respond to climate-related disasters and continue sustainable development. The article mentioned China's commitments to reducing carbon emissions, investing in renewable energy, and supporting climate cooperation with developing countries. Most importantly, the report reminds us that climate change affects everyone, such as government, business, communities, and individuals all share responsibility for protecting our environment. Simple action such as reducing waste, saving energy, planting trees, and supporting environmentally friendly practices can all contribute to climate action. Back to you, Dinisha.
Thank you, Sana. The report reminds us that climate change cannot be solved by one country alone. International cooperation, responsible leadership, and public participation are all essential to achieving SDG 13, which is climate action. By working together and making sustainable choices, we can reduce environmental damage and build a safer future for the next generation. Now, back to our main studio.
I'm Al Akram as a Chief New Anchor. Would like to thank you to all our reporters for today's informative coverage. Today's story reminds us that sustainable development begins with information action. Through SDG 4, we learned that quality education should equip students with knowledge, practical experience, creativity, and lifelong learning skills. Not simply prepare them for examination. Through SDG 13, we are reminded that climate change is a global challenge that requires cooperation among governments, organizations, business, and every individual. Both education and climate action are closely connected because educated communities are better prepared to develop innovative solutions for environmental and social challenges. As responsible global citizens, each of us has a role to play, whether by continuing to learn, thinking critically, reducing our environmental impact, or encouraging sustainable practice in our daily life. Together, our action today will help create a better, safer, and more sustainable future for generation to generation. Okay, for all, thank you for watching Breaking News. I'm Alif Akram bin Alias. Have a wonderful day. Stay informed, stay responsible, and stay safe. Goodbye. Assalamualaikum.